Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. Let's get into doing my bonus daughter's 8th grade dance nails. Here we're going to be doing her prep work. Just going to gently push back her cuticles. She has really sensitive skin. She does sweat a lot in her hands, so it does make this skin around her nails and just on her hands in general more sensitive and also more fragile. So I'm just going to gently push everything back, and I'm going to use my flame bit here to gently exfoliate the non-living tissue, or cuticle as we call it, right off of the nail plate. I'm going to do this in both forward and reverse motions. Alright, I'm not 100% sure what this bit is called, but I will try and link it in the description box below. So when I'm doing the prep work here for her and for any of my clients, I am going to be going at a rotation of about 8,000 RPMs, and I'm being very gentle as to make sure I'm not pushing down with my electric file. Here I am just using a large ball bit. I believe this is in a I want to say it's a fine grit as well. It just kind of looks orange, but it's actually red. And I'm just going to go around in forward and reverse. And for my final step here with the e-file, I'm just going to go ahead and use my 240 grit sanding band with my mini mandrel bit to lightly buff off any of the shine from the natural nail. Again, being very sure not to apply any sort of pressure at all here. I have my drill at, I want to say 7,000 RPMs when I do this. So just being very careful not to overfile any of the areas that we've previously touched, and being super gentle and careful with her skin. So once I've gone ahead and done all that, I am going to nip away any of the dead skin here. I'm being very careful to only nip the dead skin. So when we are doing this part of the process, you want to be extremely careful because you don't want to cut your client. You only want to take off like the white skin that's sticking up and looks really dehydrated, because you are technically cutting away at a layer that has living tissue underneath it. So just be careful of where you're putting your nippers before you clamp down. Make sure you're only grabbing at those small pieces of skin. Alright, here I'm just wiping off with some 70% isopropyl alcohol and my little scrubby brush. And now I'm going to go ahead and prep my tips. So we are doing a soft gel extension on her today. This is the brand Kiara Skys. I believe their brand is called Jelly Tips. Or not their brand, but you know, their Gel X is called Jelly Tips. and I'm just going to etch the inside and around the cuticle area. I do this to ensure the most seamless application possible because I don't want them to look like press-ons, and sometimes press-ons can look a little bit heavy in the cuticle area, so I just lightly buff that away with my mini mandrel. Again, still the 240 grit, so it's a very soft grit. I'm not trying to, thin away the product too much. I'm just trying to etch the inside to make sure that we have perfect adhesion and bring down the cuticle area just a little bit to make it nice and smooth. Once I've done that to all 10 of the nails, I am going to dust them off with my little fluffy brush to make sure that there is no debris, making sure that they're as clean as possible. Then I'm going to go ahead and go in with 2 coats of the Tammy Taylor primer. I usually have like a little hand fan that I use to dry it up in between just to make it faster. And then I apply my base coat, and now I'm going to go in with the Après Extend Gel. And I'm going to put that on the center of where I believe the nail bed would be. And then any of the excess that I have, I'm going to slowly pull it up towards the sides and the cuticle area. This helps me to reduce the amount of spillage if I've accidentally gotten too much product. I do take a little bit of the Extend Gel and put it directly on the nail plate in a very thin layer. I find that this helps me personally to reduce the amount of bubbles, because when I just put it on the nail tip, I feel like I get a lot of bubbles. I'm not really sure why, but when I put some on the nail plate, it just helps to smooth all of that out, honestly. So here I am with my Nails Cat Gooseneck LED lamp, and I'm just going to quickly cure that for about 10 to 15 seconds, making sure that I rotate the nail so that I get all the sides and the cuticle area. And I'm going to go ahead and do that to all 10 of the fingers. Here you're just going to see me do 5 of them, but everything that I do on one hand in this video, I am doing the exact same thing to the other hand. Once I've done one hand, I do pop it in the lamp for a full 60-second cure just to ensure that all of the gel is properly cured and adhered to the nail. Once I've done that to all 10 of the nails, I'm going to get this little cleanup brush that I no longer use for anything other than this. I'm dipping it into acetone. So it's important you use a brush that you don't particularly use anymore or care about, because it will get a bit raggedy. But the acetone, what it does here is it kind of melts a little bit of that soft gel tip a bit more, just so it looks even more seamless. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these little babies down because we're doing a short square set today for her. And then I'm going to file them up to nice crisp shape here. Okay, so here comes the fun part. We get to paint and design the nails. She wanted something simple to go with her 8th grade dance dress to not take away from any of the aesthetic of the dress. So here we're doing like it's a cat eye color. It's kind of like a navy blue almost. I'm not 100% sure of the color, but I will try and leave it in the comment or description box below. And we're also going to use by D&D a color called Tea Time. It's one of my favorites to use as like a nude background and base. It's so pretty, and 2 coats usually does the perfect trick and makes the nail look so nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do alternating nails because she only wants the design on 2 of her nails. So 3 of them are gonna have the blue, and then 2 of them are going to have the nude color with design. Now that we've done 2 coats of the colors, we can go ahead and come in with the design. I'm taking that same shimmery cat eye blue, and I'm going to just make these like wavy color blocking spaces, and I'm going to work in thin layers so that the color doesn't pool to the corners, since it's a bit of a waterier formula, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on all 4 of the design nails. Now that the color blocking is done, we can go in with some reflective metallic silver gel. We're just going to outline those color blocking areas very lightly so that we get some reflective gel in the background, because she does want to put some glitter over it. So this is just going to help make that glitter pop a bit more. So now we're just going to go in with that glitter I was talking about very lightly over that silver line. And once we're done with that, we're just going to top coat and she is ready to go. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And of course, I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.